up, you guys? Welcome back to a new video. I'm Giselle, I'm 18, and today's video is going to be about my tattoo, just a more in-depth version. Okay, so, who do you think you are? I know this annoys people, so hold on. So if you're wondering what the fuck is on my hand, or what in the world, I guess that's just like, so YouTube doesn't do all this stupid stuff. I forgot what it's called. Shh, it's okay. But if you're wondering what the hell this is, it's my splint. I'm not even gonna say it. I could say the medical term, but YouTube would more than likely monetize. Figured it out. Monetize my video. So, do you like my shirt? Relevant. But I'll go ahead and show you guys my tat. I can't, I guess I could. I don't really want to sit up. But this is what it looks like. It's a rose with a yin-yang, or I guess a rose with a yin-yang. Yin-yang with a rose going through it. That's what I'm trying to say. So, yeah. You can probably tell that I'm not using my normal background. That's because the lighting is better, because my light is like right there. It'd be better if I were facing this way. But I ain't got no setup facing this way. It's just a big space. What time is it? It's 9:18. My mom's late for work. But my mom works night shift, so yeah, it's nighttime outside. That's why the lighting is kind of crappy, and my phone is at like 5%. So let's just get into the video before it gets like 20 minutes long. So if you see me looking over here, it's because I got my ideas right here and my notes and all that fun stuff. So, and if you hear my family, I'm sorry. They are loud and like to be loud during my videos. So I'm just going to talk over them, which means I'm going to have to be louder. So you're welcome. Earphone users, I am so sorry. But let's go ahead and just get right into this. So I noticed that the most frequently asked question is, how bad did it hurt? I mean, it didn't tickle. You're having like a few needles, a few hundred needles. No, it's not 100. It just depends on like how big the tattoo is. Like my tattoo only needed 2 needles on the smaller lines, like the outline, and then for coloring it needed 4 needles. So, ouch. But that's, you know, 2 or 4 needles going in you at like 1,000,000 miles per hour. So it hurt, but it really just depends on what your pain tolerance is at. Sorry, I'm also looking at my computer to see if someone texts me back. I'm texting someone important to me, so yeah. But I'd say for me, on a pain scale of 1 to 10, it was probably a 3. Yeah. It hurt. Definitely not a 1 or a 2. It did hurt, but like, here's the thing. It was tolerable, so where it's just like, oh, fuck, this hurts. Why did I do this? And then, you know, you're like, oh well. And then near the end, I wanted another tattoo. So right after I was done with this one, I was like, let's get another one. But yeah. So I'd say probably a 3 or a 4. In some areas, it was definitely a 5. So somewhere like along the side right here, that was definitely a good 4.5. I wouldn't go as far as half. I'd just say a 4.5. My lip piercing hurt worse than my tattoo, so it bled a lot more too. Yeah. Anyway, the price. So I noticed a lot of people won't be like, they'll tell you like a guesstimate price that they paid. Like, oh, I paid like near the hundreds or near the, you know, thousands or whatever. I'm straight up just gonna tell you, mine was 90. Mine was $90. Blam. I don't know. I don't know what to say. But my tattoo, this thing, this ink on me, was $90. Now, a lot of people are like, I can't justify $90 for a tattoo. Well, honey, this is going to be on your body for forever, and you're only paying $90. So, forever, for $90, I'm fine with that. Now, if I had to pay like $300, no. Nope. No, boo. That's overpricing. I mean, even this is a bit much. Like, honestly, I'd probably do like 50 for this. But I can't say nothing. You gotta make your money. You gotta make your money. And like I said, this is like a forever thing. So 90 is okay in my book. The care. So I'm actually going to be doing a care video of how I cared for my tattoo. But the care that I do right now is just lotioning it up. I do have to get it retouched up because when I had my cast on from breaking my wrist, I noticed that it made it very dry and I couldn't really fit lotion, I couldn't fit my finger to put lotion on it. So it dried out and made some of the ink fade. And that was the next thing that people wanted to know was, is there any problems and ink fading? So the ink did fade because of the peeling. So that's another, damn, I'm like answering all the questions. So I'm just gonna straight up tell you all the questions that I have. So any problems, peeling, ink fading, the meaning, and do I want any more? So I think that any problems, the peeling and the ink fading kind of ties in together. So yeah, let's just answer those all together. So the problems that I had were bleeding. I did bleed, and you can tell where I kind of bled the most is because like the black, I don't know if you guys can see, but like somewhere like right here, it's right here. You can, I don't know if you can tell, but it's kind of faded right there. And my skin was bleeding at the time. Not my skin. It when he was tattooing, when he was coloring it in with the 4 needles, it started to bleed. So he couldn't like get the full, and like he'd wipe it off, of course, but it would just like start bleeding like right after he wiped it off. So he'd like wipe and it would be like blood. So the blood just started pooling in that little area. So, you know, it kind of was like rejecting the ink in a way, but also like not, because as you can see, like it's still colored in. It's just like faded. So not as much ink went there because my blood was pooling. So, yay, blood. But yeah. I did have peeling, of course. I mean, most people do. I'm no exception. I had a lot of peeling. And that's also one of the places, also where the white is, it peeled. Some of the peeling did cause the ink fade, so whenever your skin starts to peel because it's shedding off that layer of dead stuff that was just tattooed over and making room for the healing of the skin that was just tattooed, it peels off. And yeah, I spelled peeling right, just making sure. I don't know why that's a problem, but yeah. So some of the peeling, whenever it did peel off, it would take some of the ink with it, which kind of irritated me. So I'd have like this greenish colored or blackish colored or bluish, like a teal. It's supposed to be blue, but it looks more like a teal. But yeah, so it's really pretty. But I do need to get it touched up. English. I do need to get it touched up because like the line right here, you can tell like it's super thin, and I need that like touched up to where like it's bold right here, but it's like super thin over here. So I do need to get my tattoo touched up a bit. So I'll have to see how much that comes up to. Joy. But yeah. So that's pretty much it for that. Like I said, the problems were just the pooling of the blood making it harder to ink. Peeling, like I said, I just went over that. Ink fade, most of it's because of the peeling and my cast. So yeah. Heal time. People were curious about the heal time. So my tattoo took about a week and a half to heal because it is a bit smaller. But then again, because I would sometimes like want to peel it and like I'd get really close and I'd start it and then I'm just like, no, you can't do it. You stop it. Like I literally like snap a rubber band whenever I started trying to peel it. So you'd see like this and then you'd see me go, no. And you know, my wrist was left red, but hey, that's okay. As long as I'm not peeling my tattoo. But yeah. But yeah, other than that, and I was also working at the time, so that made my healing process a longer than it would have been. Oh, person text me back. But that made my process of my healing time heal slower. Yeah. Sorry. But we're talking about video games, so. As I was saying, it did make my healing time slower because the person, he was like, oh, it should heal up in about 4 or 5 days. Well, mine was about 8 instead. It was around 8 because it was about a week and a half. So it was around 8 or 9, maybe even a little bit more. I want to say 10, okay? I'll just guesstimate it was around 10. I can't remember the exact time, but the first day it did not peel, and then the second day that's when it started peeling. So yeah, but pretty much when I woke up the next morning. So I got tattooed and then I went to bed and then I woke up the next morning and that's when I noticed it was starting to peel. So yeah, and that's the heal. That's when your wound, your tattoo is starting to heal, is when it starts to peel. So my flow. Yeah. But earlier I was like, should I put makeup on? No. I'm not going anywhere except for my chair. I was like, oh, my rhyming. Yes. But yeah, anyway. So, and, you know, having a job, you know, because I worked at Subway at the time that I had my tattoo done. That means I had to make sandwiches, which I had to literally go get the plastic wrap and wrap my arm in plastic wrap. So, yeah, that was not fun. But you're probably like, plastic wrap. Like, we have plastic wrap to like wrap up some of the stuff, like the guacamole, some of the leftover meat will wrap up, sauces, you know, stuff that can spill. And that doesn't go in canisters. That's canisters or containers. So, canisters? Cambros, not canisters. I mean, same difference. But yeah, so I also had to wash dishes, which means I had to stick my arm in water, which is not really that good, apparently, when it's healing. So yeah, that also made it longer. Anyway, well, no, the meaning is going to be a bit long. So, do I want any more tattoos? Obviously. I want a lot more tattoos. And I know some people are like, that's not cute. And see, my personal problem is I like it when tattoos tie together. So I like it when they have a theme. And it's not like a whole bunch of random tattoos. Like, they can still have a meaning, but they're still random tattoos, you know. I like it when they all, like, each tattoo has like a theme and they tie in together. So like, say you're doing like an ocean theme, so you do like the waves and like, I forgot what that thing is called, but also like an anchor or fishes, you know, ocean life, stuff like that, you know. But at the same time, like, I also like can't do that because like, what ties in with this except for maybe Asian stuff because of the yin yang, but yin yang, not yin yang, it's yin yang. So yeah, I found that out. I was like, oh, so okay, but yeah, so oh no, jeez, but yeah, so I found out that I have a bit of Asian in me. I'm a tad bit Korean, not a lot, just a tiny bit. That explains my eye shape a little bit more. So yeah, but anyway, going off track. I do want to get more tattoos, but I'm not gonna have a theme. It's just gonna be like meaningful tattoos or things that I like. So like, I'm gonna have a few Harry Potter tattoos because I like Harry Potter. Um, yeah, just a few things. Also, I'm gonna have hearts across my knuckles. Or if I don't do that, then I'm going to have the hearts like in a band, either right here or up right here. And yes, I know this is sensitive area, trust me. But I'm still trying to decide what the hell I want because I'm also thinking of doing like a lotus dream catcher. So yeah, you're probably like, what the hell is that? But also, I have pictures of me getting ready to get the tattoo. He didn't want anyone back there while he was tattooing, I understand. So keep it sterilized. But I do have a few pictures right before I get my tattoo done, and I will insert those at the end of the video because I'm lame and I don't know how to do it right now, right here. Just kidding, I do. I just don't have that video editor right now, so, but yeah. Alright, and the very last thing is, what is the meaning behind my tattoo? Now, some tattoos don't have to have meanings, you can just like them. But this tattoo in particular does have a meaning. Now, I was looking for a tattoo of I wanted to get a tattoo of either a rose or a yin and yang. So, I found this and I thought it was perfect. because they're both together. Like the rose is going through the yin and yang. Well, the yang? I don't know. But it is going through the yin yang. So my voice just got really low. But yeah, the meaning behind the rose and the yin yang is, like, most people already know what a yin yang is for, but I have a different kind of meaning, I guess you could say. But like at the same time not. So the difference I'm tired. The meaning behind my rose. But the meaning behind, sorry, I had to text this person back. He's probably sitting here like, bro, what's taking you so long? But the meaning behind the rose is I have struggled with, I guess you could say, like depression, but also like low self-esteem. So I've always not viewed myself as beautiful and pretty and, you know, things like that. But I've always thought of roses as beautiful and like strong, and, you know, even though they're beautiful and pretty and the petals are soft, they still have a thorny stem that, you know, protects themselves. You know what I'm trying to say? So like the rose kind of reminds me that I'm beautiful and, you know, I'm strong and I can do it on my own. I got this, but mainly for beauty. Beauty, you know, stuff. Hold on. Let me recollect my thoughts and my mouth. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. I struggled for a good 5 minutes. But yeah, it mainly just stands for beauty and strength. So yeah. Even though I'm beautiful, I can still have a bite. So, you know that saying where it's all bark and no bite? Well, wrong. But yeah. And like I said, I do struggle with depression. So, the yin and yang reminds me there's, even though it's going to be all happy, there's still something, you know, sad. You know, it's me. Okay, so the white with the black, I see that as, even though there's a whole bunch of light, there's still a dark part. You know, it's kind of, I also look at it for equality. So like, even though, you know, yeah. I didn't recollect my thoughts, can you tell? But even though there's light and happiness and, you know, someone looks okay on the outside, they might be crying for help on the inside. And I kind of just see that as myself. But I also have to remember that even though it's dark and all I can see is the dark, that there is something that's always good. And there's something to always look forward, and, you know, there's always a light to your dark, and there's always going to be a dark to your light, you know? So I see it like a light to the dark and a dark to the light, and I also see it as equality. So yeah. But I'm so happy that I did find this, because this tattoo means a lot to me, and I wanted my first tattoo to mean a lot to me. So because, well, one, it's your first tattoo, of course you want it to mean a lot. It already means a lot being your first tattoo. And, you know, also having a meaning behind my tattoo makes me very happy. A meaning behind my first tattoo makes me very happy. There we go. Anyways, guys, like I said, I didn't want this video to be 20 minutes long, but here we are, almost 20 minutes later, and I'm just now getting ready to end the video. So here goes Giselle, always blabbing on. Anyways, guys, make sure to subscribe. I love you guys so much, and as I promised, I will put those pictures in. Make sure to hit that notification bell so you're notified when I upload a new video. Hit that thumbs up, or don't. Do what you want. You're your own human. But yeah, I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.